Hey y'all, welcome back to the NRN podcast where the regular girls have the real conversations. It's your girl Major Key.
It's your girl Champy.
And it's your girl Ash Nicole, and we are back with another episode.
Whoop whoop.
Yes. Hey y'all.
Hey, we miss
Hey
y'all.
y'all! I hope y'all tuning into these like y'all was them lives.
I think they are. I think they liking us a little bit.
I think we
Period.
might need to make an appearance on the live, little slide.
Yeah,
It.
maybe. Bring back some nostalgia. I don't even think we've been going that long.
We ain't been going that long. We haven't. We haven't.
But let's jump into the prayer because we got some good topics for y'all that I'm ready to talk about.
Yes.
So,
So by y'all here, let's get into it. God, we thank you for always showing up for us as we try to show up for you every single day. Thank you to our audience for keep tuning in. Thank you for allowing our audience to wake up every day and be able to tune in on Mondays. Um, I also want to thank you for just allowing the All In podcast to get better every time we record. We started out in January and we are still rolling. So let us keep going. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
amen. That was
Amen.
good.
All
Okay, y'all.
right.
I don't even know what to say.
First of all, I'm
Like,
hyped to see y'all. Hey y'all. I hope y'all have a
hey,
good day.
y'all.
I hope y'all had a
Um,
good weekend.
I hope y'all had a happy Memorial Day.
What did y'all do?
Um, I didn't do nothing, y'all. I did buy a grill on Memorial Day, and they was giving out hot dogs at both Lowe's and Home Depot.
So what you trying to tell us? You going? Or you trying to say it came with your grill?
That made me really want to buy the grill because that was like, yeah, I want the hot dog that you cooked on that grill. So
Got
yeah,
it.
we bought a grill. The hot dog was the chef's kiss. I haven't had a hot dog in years, so that was really good.
Mm.
So
But
what hot dog they was giving out? What's the brand?
I don't even know. I just know it was a beef hot dog. You know, you gotta always ask what kind is it. It was
Mm,
beef. So had me a little beef hot dog. That was the only thing that I had that was close to some grilled food on Monday.
okay. Did I
Yeah.
have grill food one day? No, I had no grill food on Monday. So
I just want y'all to know that y'all are so corny being the new adults.
there we
Y'all
go.
not trying to throw nothing on the grill. Y'all not trying to have no cookouts.
I'm not
Like,
at that age yet. I don't
No,
know.
yes, you are.
I just can't
Like,
throw nothing on the grill, but I could definitely hear the cookout.
how you
How
how you gonna have a cookout with no grill?
Because these men need to be throwing stuff on the grill. Like I don't feel like I should have a cookout and throw stuff on the grill. They
they
take grill flip flops and come on.
doing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all men don't even got no grill shoes.
Yes, we do got some grill shoes.
They did
We
get
got
groceries
Nike guys.
ahead.
Nike slides is crazy. They the new grill shoes. Like, he gotta have the Jones that's open on the sides
I
and buckle in the
know.
back. If he
Girl,
don't got them, then he
like,
not certified.
If I buy him though, he gonna pay us out. Like what did he that
we
you
know.
ordered?
I'm buying them for my man, for our housewarming when he be on the grill.
Yo,
He's
yeah,
gonna have the certified grill shoes. Period.
he gonna be like dog. Dog.
Hollering.
So y'all done
Kiana,
know,
your man got grill shoes?
huh?
Your man got grill shoes, Kiana?
Absolutely not. If he had girl shoes, I would actually throw them away. Like,
But you know, he put on the grill sometimes, don't he?
That's what I'm
yeah, he do put them on the
saying.
grill, but he don't got no grill shoes.
He not a
Go
real grill
outside and
master.
slide. No,
That's what I'm saying.
his grill shoes are Crocs. Put the Crocs on.
Yeah, basically.
Those are
Okay, I can do that. That's the new age grill shoes, the Crocs.
yes.
Okay. I like
Mhm.
that. I'm hollering. So since we talk about our men and being on a grill, I feel like y'all know that video about the girl saying that it's hard to date black men. Like, what do you think about that? Like, what's your thoughts? Because I
Mm.
agree and I disagree in the same breath.
I feel like I agree, but I'm a still date black.
Same. That's why I'm like, I agree, but I disagree. Like, I mean, I feel like yes, all of those things that she was saying were accurate, but I think she might have had just a bad couple experiences. But I don't think that should make her like shy away from black men in totality. Like, I feel like that's a little crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing gonna keep me away from black men. Like,
Okay,
like I don't see where I'm gonna go. But I
that part.
get what girl is saying. Like, they do come with a lot of like things, but I think it's also the type of man you look for, the type of man you get. Every man is different. We can't just label one man, but they do come with a lot. Like you got to give and take in some areas. I think with a lot of our black men.
Right. Wait, Ash, can you get into like a little bit of what she was saying? Can you play like a snippet of it, or
Yeah.
if you remember, you can just play it.
Got you. Hold on, I'm gonna start it from the beginning because this was going in.
But I am so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men.
Y'all can hear it?
I am so tired of the lack of commitment, the lack of support, the lack of encouragement, the lack of money.
And we're gonna stop it right there. I agree. Like the lack of encouragement, the lack of money, all of that. But I do feel like, the money part, there's a lot we could go on and on about that. But I just feel like systemically, sometimes the cards is just not dealt in our favor when it comes to that. So cool. But I feel like definitely the lack of like communication and emotional support. I feel like that's the downside to our community because the moms are teaching the boys to like not be in touch with their emotions, not be in touch with their feelings, and like that causes such an issue in them when they get older and want to have these adult mature relationships with women, with children, with whomever, because it's like you're not in touch with your emotions and your feelings, so you're lashing out in different ways. And I personally don't want to deal with it. Like if we can't sit down and have like a real conversation and communicate and hear each other out and listen, not to respond but listen to understand, yeah. So I feel her. I understand. It's definitely a work in progress. It's definitely something that majority of our race you probably will experience, but I do think there's still good men in the black community. You just got to go through a lot of them to probably find the good
The
ones.
right one.
Probably, yeah, it's probably more bad ones than good ones, which
Yeah. And sometimes you think that you didn't went and found this lawyer bae that is super successful, and then you get into your relationship and now he not supportive, or he don't encourage you in certain ways that you want to be encouraged. So it's like, dang, you might could get the finances, then you missing the other two, or you could get the other two and can't get the finances. So it's like, dang, like when is some black women gonna find men that is well rounded enough where they feel comfortable just being a relief in a relationship versus like it being like, okay, I gotta take care of me and you, and then if we got kids, let's not add that package on too. Like,
right.
so it's like I feel like women just battle a lot of stuff, and then they want a man that's going to relieve them from a lot of that versus dealing with a man who's not going to, or you
Yeah.
trying to figure him out too. Like it'd be a lot. So
I
I
agree.
agree with what she's saying. She's saying that she don't know if she can date black men anymore, but I don't know. She might find that in a different race too. But I think she just so used to dating black men that she correlating all that to a race versus the actual gender.
Do y'all
Yeah.
think that white women have to ask questions like that? Like, do you think that they have to deal with like a white man or whoever they prefer, like, but generally a white man? Do you think they have to deal with like having a white man who probably doesn't want to commit, or a white man that is going through issues? I think like whatever race you were in, like there are some disparities of like a give and take of like certain situations. Like you could have a really rich white man, but sometimes it's gonna come with serial cheater, or he might be abusive. Like you never know. Like I think even with no matter what race or what man you go to, there's gonna be some things that happen.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I just feel like because we're black, we can relate to that video because we're black. We know, if you know, you know. But I feel like a white woman might say, "Oh, I'm not dating white men no more because of this, this, and this," and we probably wouldn't be able to relate to that because obviously we've only ever dated black men. So I feel like it don't necessarily matter the race. It just matters about what exactly you're willing to sacrifice and take,
Yeah.
versus what's your non-negotiables. So I feel like it's majority of the fact that she's only dated black men, so she's seeing this reoccurring thing. But I feel like, I mean, I don't want her to have a rude awakening, but she may. Like, you go to another race, and it might be something else that you can't deal with. I feel like I mean, I don't know if this is true. This is just my personal opinion, but I feel like other races really fight for identity. I feel like black people, I think that's something that we are very confident in, and like knowing who we are, being stern in like what we want to be, and all of those things. I feel like other identities may not be able to identify with that. So then you have a person where you gotta constantly like reassure, or maybe like give compliments to, because they always need that like extra oomph. Like, I'm a white man, you a black woman, like what you want with me? Like, like, I don't know, whatever the conversation may be, I just feel like there's always gonna be some kind of clash, whether it's a white man, a black man, an Asian man, a Puerto Rican man, like whatever. There's gonna be something that you don't want to deal with, or something. Just men in general, I feel like have a lot of similarities that
Yeah.
you just might not want to deal with. But I don't know. To each his own. She definitely could go ahead and try it and let me know.
So
But
Go
we
ahead.
still don't know if she also dated outside her race before and just dated black men again and was like, actually, this ain't for me. I'm gonna go back
Yeah,
to being a white man.
I would love to
but
ask her.
You know, I would love to ask her.
even thinking on that topic, do y'all think that dating black men is like a second job?
I think just dating in general could be
Mm-hmm.
um an extra curriculum. Like, I don't want to call it a job because some people like use the word job as like something that they don't want to do. But I think
Mm-hmm.
it's the amount of effort you put into the other person and the amount of effort that the person is putting into you. Because even when she's saying like, "Oh, I don't want to date black men," it's probably black men out here that's saying the same thing about black women. Like, "Oh, she's an angry black woman. I don't want to date black women anymore."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The white women because of this, that, and the third. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, black women come with wanting a weave. They want they nails done, their hair done constantly, but a white woman probably is less labor to them in some ways. Like, I don't
Less
know. I feel
time,
like
yeah.
it really just depends on how much effort you willing to put into a relationship, and if the person even worth it. Like, if the person not worth it, then it's going to feel like a job. But if the person worth it, then it's just going to feel like y'all working through things in your relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that our black men are faced with a lot more adversity, which also plays a huge role in who they ultimately become. And so she's naming all of these things. It's like, are you going into the situation thinking about why they're that way? I mean, and granted, you can be older where you like, you know what, I don't even care about all that no more. Like, I don't care about. Yeah, I think she just like at her wits
Why
end.
they that way? I think she.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she just like whatever, but I think for me, I think that's why I constantly gave it chance after chance after chance, because I try to like understand a person a little bit more, like understand where you came from. Like, if you have a parent household versus a one parent household, was your dad in your life, was he not in your life? Like, do you have a background of, I don't know, violence or whatever the case may be? Like, I think I'm more of that kind of person, which is why I'm so willing to be like, let me try it again, let me try it again. I ain't gonna give up on my black men because I feel like they need us. But she could just be like older, maybe in her mid early 30s. She might have went through a couple guys, and she probably like, you know what, I'm getting older, I don't feel like sacrificing my peace, I don't feel like having to learn somebody or having to go through all of this just to make something work. So I
Yeah.
mean, I hope she finds what she's looking for, whether it's in a black man, white man, Asian man, whomever. um but yeah, I just feel like our black men are at a very huge disadvantage, and I think that should go into play when we're making statements like that too.
Mm.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Kiana, I don't know if it's a job, but
Oh,
yeah.
I was getting to that. I forgot that was the question. Is it a job? Um, Equivalent to, I would say.
Yeah.
But also like going to the gym is a job, like consistently. I think doing something with any amount of effort on a consistent basis becomes a chore, a job, or whatever you want to like categorize it as. But there's people out here that really enjoy their job, and there's people out here that really hate their job. So it's like, which job is it for you? Is it one that
Mm.
you like, or is it one that you hate? Like, it just is up to you. But yeah. Hmm.
So I seen this clip of Vivica A. Fox saying that she ready for a husband now.
Do you see what she look like now?
But I somebody that said like she's 60, y'all. Like, what y'all said that it look like?
So she's 60, and I don't know how many other people she's dated in her plethora of years that she's been on Earth, but she ready for a husband now. She's saying, I guess she was saying like she was casually dating a lot, and now she's ready for a husband at 60. What do y'all think about that? Like, do y'all think that at 60 you can find that guy that you're looking for? Because also she came with a little bit of requirement. She like, do not be intimidated by who I am, and some other stuff she was saying that I'm sure she has like a long laundry list of things that she wants.
I feel like anybody could find a man at 80. I don't want to say, oh, Vivica not gonna find a man, but what I would say is, why do you want to find a man now? Like, girl, you went this whole time without.
Like, why? Because you want a companion, yeah.
Right. Why else does somebody want to meet?
You got a couple years left. Like, girl, just live in here.
She probably got some years on her left, and she want to spend them with somebody. Like, I feel like,
girl,
that's the case. But also, like, I feel like she's gonna find this high value man because of the fact that she's 60 now. I feel like all the high value men want young girls now. Like, they don't want 60-year-old Vivica Fox who they know was crazy over 50 Cent when they only dated for 4 months. Like, right, like, do I want to pick one there?
Vivica need to pull a Nelly and Ashanti.
You said,
ew,
what?
no.
Ew.
I think they need to get back together because
no, they do not.
I think I'm stuck on the like what she looks like currently, and I just can't get over the fact that like
you don't feel like somebody because she's not attractive to men right now?
She might be attractive to somebody. I'm saying personally to me, I'm just like, ew. You would have been better off finding a man when you was a little bit younger and he could kind of grow old with you and be okay with whatever you turned into looking like.
Are we really
but I'm just saying, she just not that appealing to the eye. Like,
why
right now.
She's not appealing because she swelled up?
She swelled up and the plastic surgery is just not plastic surgery ain't anymore. Like,
well, that don't crack, but it sure do swell.
And she's swollen like a motherfucker, but I don't know. Okay, but just taking Vivica out of it, I believe that you should definitely, absolutely be able to find love at any age. It doesn't matter whether you want somebody the same age as you or you want somebody younger. You could be able to find somebody that want to do the rest of life with you. There's people that find love. I think could. I don't know if she will. I'm not God. It's very possible. But I don't know. I wonder why people wait until, they've done their career, they've made the money, they've made a name for themselves, and then want someone then to share it with. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I would appreciate my relationship a little bit more if I was able to build with that person and like, because I feel like now they're going to be like, oh, it's Vivica A. Fox. She old. She might be about to kick the bucket soon. Like, I'm going to just, like, you just never know what people's intentions are. Like, so you don't know if they're going to be with you because of who you are or what you like.
Some people don't have time to focus on a relationship when they're, like, in the center of their career. And
I think that's bullshit.
Of that celebrity.
I think that's bullshit. I think you make time for whatever you truly want to make time for. So there's a lot of people that can juggle having a career and having a significant other. You just didn't want to do that. And now you want it to be on your terms. Now you old and dusty. And now you want somebody to come and love up on you and marry you.
Yeah.
Like,
like for the past 20 years or so, Vivica been doing that many roles that's going to take up that much time. That she
right.
Yeah, I haven't seen Vivica in too much for her to not be married.
The last thing I seen her was Tuka play that game. What happened after that?
She probably was in some roles here and there after
She
this.
She was in a Tubi movie.
Columbus Short.
The Columbus Short?
No.
I don't know, yo. I don't really keep up that much with Vivica career.
Me either, but we about to look.
What's that movie? It's based in Philly.
Vivica. Oh yeah, it's like True to the Game or something like that. Was it that? Was she in that?
She was in it?
Oh, she was in that because she was the girl aunt or something.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she was in there. All three.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, do y'all think that when you're older, the standards that you had as a young girl should be different than when you older?
Oh yeah, I think no matter. I think with the different age ranges, like your standards definitely differ. Like I'm sure, like my standard right now is if I was looking for a man, no kids. Vivica can't say that. They gotta come with kids. So I think no matter what range you get to, you gotta start accepting some things because like, oh, all right, like.
Oh, Viv was in a couple movies. Baby got a long laundry list of movies that she was in.
Okay, see,
Don't play with her.
Like nobody coming for this, but I'm just saying as far as like, I don't know if she was like that busy at a certain age where she was like, all right, I'm ready to be in a relationship. I feel like
Yeah.
being a actor, actress versus being like maybe a rapper or a football player, your schedule a little different. Like you could shoot a movie probably in like a month and still have the rest of the year to live your regular life versus like they gotta be, on the road a lot versus rappers on tour and all this.
Using phones all the time like that either or like social media. So like time probably really felt like a long time away from that person.
Yeah. And I feel like whatever your choice is, you got to be okay with like the consequence. So like you decided to put your career first. That's cool. That's amazing. But you also have to be willing to deal with the consequences of the fact that you put having a relationship on the back burner for so long that like
Well, then pop out with her man. Y'all gonna be eating your words.
I do want her to have a man. I'm just saying, you got all of these.
Her DMs probably lit right now after she made that.
Could get a man.
Somebody want Viv. I promise you, somebody want Viv. I'm just saying, you can't have all like you. All right, maybe you can. I don't know. I feel like your expectations can be through the roof when you 60 plus. And you
like, them expectations gotta change.
Yeah.
Expectations that bad though? She said
I don't know. I really don't know what her expectation was, but I'm just saying an older woman, your expectation.
No, let me pull up the thing because
she said she wants somebody she could travel with, but do she want like a high value man?
That's basically what she was saying because she said she didn't want them to be intimidated by her career, which I feel like only a high value man.
I feel like Viv could get her an old rich white man and live happily.
I think she could because think about it. She's been
white guy.
I mean, he don't have to be white. He could be whatever.
She don't want.
But I feel like she's been acting since 1989. So I feel like her whole friendship group, family, everybody around her is probably famous. So it's not gonna be
hard.
Ill realistic for her to get somebody that is famous or that is of some value. I feel like she's been famous for a long time, so 9 times out of 10 she'll probably get somebody that got a little status. So that probably wouldn't be hard for her to find, but I just feel like if she want them to be fine and fit and whatever, that might be a little funny.
I feel like the older people get, the less they care about like physical looks when it comes to women, not men. I feel like men won't have that forever, but women are more able to like take you for who you are when it comes to the physical. Like me,
who you are.
I don't want you to have no stomach, but if you're not,
please don't have no stomach because I'm be
right. If you like a 6 or a 7, I ain't gonna complain.
I'm hollering. And I feel like your stipulations gotta be like reciprocated. So like if you don't want him to have no stomach, you can't have no stomach. If you want him to be, fit in the gym, then you need to be reciprocating the same thing. And I feel like that's a lot of women nowadays. Like they have this long laundry list of what men should bring to the table and what they should have and what they should this and what they should that. Whole time you're not even on the same type time as him. And I was having this conversation with somebody, can't remember, but I just feel like if you're looking at the types of people that somebody that you know is getting, you have to really like assess the situation and be like, okay, what kind of men would I actually think that he or she would get? If I'm being honest, like, what rooms are you going in? What places are you traveling? Like, what events are you attending? Like, why in my mind would I think that you would be finding a man that's going to sweep you off your feet and take care of you when you down at the welfare office? If you at the welfare office, that's the man that you're going to attract. Like,
say you down at the hood bar.
welfare office, hood bar, whatever the case, those are the type of men you are going to attract. And I'm not going to say the hood bar because you might run into the owner, baby, of the hood bar. And he might, you know what I'm saying? But if we both at the welfare office, you not finding no high value man in the welfare office.
Hold on, the workers now.
Right.
That work at the welfare office?
No, you just said they might find the owner, so the owner might come and check on his employees that own that building.
You never know.
No,
I
don't think so. That might be a one in a lifetime chance, but I'm saying all of this just to say we have to learn how to ask for what we can also reciprocate. And it's okay to want more for yourself, but you have to be moving in the direction to get more for you too.
Right, you gotta become
tolerant.
Yeah.
A trick.
No.
So speaking of that, do y'all think that guys using women is equivalent to a woman using a man? Let me give y'all an example before y'all answer.
I was about to.
So, do you know how like women would be like, all right, like I'll let him take me out on a date, but in your head, you know you really don't want to be with him, or you would be like, I'll let him buy me this Louis bag, but in reality, I know I'm not really going to be dealing with him like that, or I'll let him pay my rent, and I ain't going to really be dealing with him like that. If a man comes to do something similar, which is he might mess with you a little bit, have sex with you, but really no, he don't want to be with you, but now you all in your feelings, or you might do something for him, and you know it kind of feel like, all right, like he liked me like that, so I'm gonna do this for him, and he take the gift or he take whatever you gave him, and still don't want to deal with you on that level. Is that the same in y'all eyes, or do y'all feel like no?
I think it's the same, and I think that the person that's getting tricked is always going to be the person whose feelings are hurt, whether it's the woman or the man. And the person that's doing the tricking is not going to ever feel bad about it because you wanted to do those things for me. I didn't ask you. I didn't tell you to buy me a bag. I didn't tell you to pay my rent. You thought that doing those things was going to make me like you more when in actuality they didn't. But I'm not going to say don't do it.
I never feel bad.
So do you feel like they should accept those things knowing that they don't want to be with you?
Yeah. Why not?
You like, why not?
Because all right, so let's say they have the conversation where like, you know, I can't really see us going nowhere. I don't want a relationship. Because this happens a lot. I don't want a relationship. I don't want none of that. We could just, you know, vibe, whatever. The other person is like, who they told me they didn't want a relationship, and I'm gonna have to sacrifice whatever time they're giving me or whatever category they put me in because I like them so much and I still want to be around them. So I'm gonna take that. I'm not really okay with it, but I'm gonna take it because that's all I can take right now. I'm gonna continue to do things for them. I'm gonna be around, and maybe eventually they change their mind. And that person always gets hurt because I told you what it was. And you decided you wanted to be my friend, even though you thought eventually I was going to change my mind, and you was paying my rent, you was doing this, and you was doing that, and I might give you a little cat every now and then, but like I still don't want to be with you. That's your fault.
Right, but it always don't happen in that exact way. Like sometimes the communication don't be there. They might not communicate, I don't want to be in a relationship, or they might not communicate, I'm not looking for nothing. Like some girls is just going to accept the gifts. Like they're not going to be like, oh, I don't want you, just so because they know that it's going to possibly stop.
Yeah.
Anyway, like so they might not say nothing, and then on the other end, like you know, a guy they probably thinking like, oh, cool, like she feeling me like this, like she letting me do this for her, like I'm with her a lot. She might be feeling me, but whole time,
yeah, they be. I feel like that's giving yourself false hope, though. Like you know, there's not a chance that we're ever gonna be.
And you might not know.
You might not know.
Right?
You know, it's it's a no. So like I feel like you giving yourself false hope. You hurting yourself. You hurting your own feelings. So I mean, if you just got to deal with it.
I think moral of the story is get your gifts, receive them, do whatever
Yep.
you want to do with them. Wherever the relationship goes, it goes. If it doesn't go anywhere, it just doesn't go anywhere. I mean, I feel like when the person comes into a situation, they know that us being together is not contingent on whether I accept your gift or not, but they still come into it still giving gifts or still doing nice gestures. That don't necessarily mean I'm gonna want to be with you. And am I wrong for taking it? I
Nah.
wouldn't say. I would say no. You wanted.
But
No.
You want? Am I supposed to say no? Don't do any of that for me because I don't want to be with you. No, that has never happened.
giving
Men
them-
say that more than women. Like men don't accept gifts more than women. They be like, "No, I'm cool. Like I ain't gonna take that from her." Versus,
Yeah, niggas got pride. That's what that is.
but what made me ask y'all that question is because I follow Meatball, so she had put on her page that she feel like the guy that she was just talking to was like, using her for clout, like him and his big mom was using her for clout, and she was like doing for him, and you know she really wasn't getting what she wanted out of that relationship. So people was feeling like bad for her, like dang, like that's corny that he doing that, but he really doing. I'm just playing devil's advocate. He's doing what females would do,
to know.
but the shoe just on the opposite end this time. Like
I agree, and I feel like he's a homeless sexual.
Yeah.
And I feel like he see his, because honestly, and this is the conversation that I was talking about before. Like, what kind of men do I expect Meatball to get? Right. So cool. Meatball got this guy who got her going through all this BS with his baby mom and da 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 da. Want clout. Meatball just got to a bag. Meatball was on a show. Meatball, you know what I'm saying? Like she was doing her thing, but she's still gonna attract those same kind of guys because she's still in that same down North Philly, doing the same stuff she been doing outside, acting dirty. Still love her, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. So these are the types of guys that you're gonna attract. Is he wrong for doing that? No, he just a regular North Philly nigga that they probably all do it. If the girl got up on a bag, like that's like somebody, like let's say Rocky messed with somebody from North Philly. She onto a bag, she about to be on her new show or whatever. I would probably expect the same thing out of that nigga too. Like it's just going to happen because and I don't think they intentionally like I'm a user. They like, oh, like they probably could have been, he was probably messing with Meatball prior to the show and all of that. And then when the show took off and all of that, he saw what type money she was getting, what type more clout she was getting. He probably like, oh, I'm staying. But he still had baggage and he still had BS that he was dragging along with the baby mom and all of that. Like, I don't know. I feel like he did what's expected of him to do.
Didn't he just get her name tatted on his face though?
He don't care about that.
he did. So speaking of like guys doing girls wrong, well, you said it wasn't wrong, but some people look at it that way. What do y'all think about men who like cheat on their girl, but like use their girl car to go cheat? Like I see,
that's crazy as hell.
There is
this guy. He went through an Easy Pass, got a ticket.
Oh, I saw that.
The picture to the girl, and there's another girl in the car with the guy.
First of all, I don't know how they did that because I thought it shows the back of your car. I thought it showed like your license plate. So that's some new technology right there if it's showing the front and the back.
Listen,
That's
I
crazy.
When you get a red light ticket, they show the front because I seen me joyriding.
Sir, there is a special place in hell for you, sir, for you to be using
Definitely.
that to cheat.
It gives baby boy. It gives I'm at work making
You are
coins.
Joey. You are Joey.
And you I know you brought her car back on E. And that's crazy.
And that's super crazy if you brought it back.
The least you could have did was been smart about the whole Easy Pass thing and been checking her mail to find it. And
Or you went through the cash one instead of the Easy.
or went through the cash one.
Because now you got me a ticket and you cheated? Come on.
You did it? Like, you crazy.
And you brought my car back on E? Because I know he did. Like, that's so crummy. If you didn't go through the cash one and you just went through the Easy Pass one, I know you didn't put no gas in that lady car.
Trifling.
That's crazy. And I don't know if I was her, like, how I would respond. Because, like, what do you say? Like, look at this ticket. Look, who is this? Like,
And he's not going to pay the ticket if y'all argue.
He's not
So
gonna
you gonna let him pay the ticket first, and then y'all going to talk about it, or what?
Hey, babe, I think the other day when you was driving my car, I think you went through the Easy Pass and it's $50. Get the $50 and then say, and who the is this in my car with you? Like you thought you're never driving my car again. And matter of fact, we don't go together no more. You think she's gonna take them back?
Go together.
She's taking them back.
I feel like she plays with me.
You think
She's
so?
taking
I hope.
I don't know. It depends on how strong she was and how long they was together.
She knew I feel like she knew he been was cheating. Cause now you going out the perimeter of the community guidelines. You going through tolls. You going out in the outskirts. Like you've been with cheating. And she couldn't put her finger on it. Because you was taking that girl out Lancaster or wherever. And now you got caught coming back through the toll, and now she know you was cheating on her. And now she's getting rid of you.
That's crazy to me.
So do y'all believe like it be signs like when it comes to men doing like something dirty or them cheating or something like that?
Yeah, because they're so stupid.
Dumb. They leave all the evidence. They're
so
at least
stupid.
cheat smart. Y'all cheat dumb as shit. Like I can't.
Yeah,
So
once the
stupid.
Easy Pay is getting that picture took it is the
That's
big.
dumb.
Like,
That's
that is not a slap in the face and a sign at the same time. Like, girl, I put you to the left.
My whole thing also, now that I'm thinking about it, is you crazy as hell to be cheating on me and you don't even have your own car?
hello.
Are
Right.
you crazy?
You were trying to
You're
impress
cheating
other
on
kids.
me in somebody else's car? Mine? Are you dumb?
Listen,
Like, that's really wild. Like, I'm sure she had a 613 weave, and if she didn't get that picture taken, she was gonna find a strand of hair of that girl weave in her car.
y'all feel like
something
you
was
gonna
gonna
find out
happen.
regardless.
She was gonna find out regardless. She was gonna find out
Let me
regardless.
ask you this: if y'all was a guy, would y'all be tricking on girls? Like y'all feel like y'all would get bitches?
I don't. I feel like I'm a lover girl, so I would be a lover boy.
I wouldn't get girls because if I'm this height, I ain't getting.
You know, that was just hype.
Yeah,
Well,
I would be so clingy. Ugh,
Nah,
I
you
would be such a
Girls
clingy
are
boyfriend.
shorter. So you might be like, what you like, 4'11", 5 foot. You might be like 5'4".
Yeah,
That's still too short.
Short ass little
that's
boy.
short.
I know. I think I would get bitches though. Like I get bitches, but I'll be a trick. Like I'll be like wanting my girl to be having everything. Like I'll be like, here, this is my money. Here.
I definitely feel like you would get bitches. Like, for
Right.
sure. I feel like it's the Scorpio in you.
I would want to just pay for everything. Like just go ahead, boo. Like oh, you can hear
like-
everything.
They have multiple.
I
women.
feel like I would do that too, cause I'm a giver already, just by nature. So I feel like I would definitely be wanting to give, but I will also be in my feelings if you don't give me stuff too.
Yeah. So what if you were a guy and like you was tricking on a girl and she was like kind of giving you her ass to kiss? Like, do you think you would be possessive? Like trying
I
to
would be
figure
double texting.
No,
I would be double, triple
you.
texting. Like, what's wrong?
no.
What did I do wrong? Like,
No
talk
way.
to me.
No way you bleeding your heart like that. Like there's no.
I'm pulling up at her job, like I'm outside
No.
with the flowers. I got the flowers. I got the flowers in the car, babe. What's wrong? Like, what did I do?
And you gonna be some tender ass nigga like they not gonna want you. That give me what you know. That
I'm
carry-
definitely
You
going.
gonna be
And I
in
don't think that I would be doing that with every single girl that I go with. But I'm just thinking for me, like when I like a person, I like a person. So I can only imagine that that's what it would be if I was a guy. Like, no, I'm gonna figure it out before I be like, all right, never mind, like whatever. Like if you really do something blatant in my face, I'm not saying I'm gonna be a scrub and still be in your messages like, oh, take me back. Like, no, if I know I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing and you're doing me dirty, then we're done. But if I'm like, oh, she got an attitude today, like, why you got an attitude? Like, your period on, like, oh, what's wrong?
And you gonna say, like no, absolutely not. Bye.
I'm bringing her favorite snacks to her job with some flowers. Like,
No, you're
You
not.
got it.
and guess
What
what?
you doing?
I'm gonna be the best man in her whole group chat. They're gonna be wishing that they nigga did what I was doing.
No, you gonna be in the group chat like this nigga on my dick.
Oh
Like
my body.
not leave me alone. Like damn.
They gonna think you a munch for real. You a munch.
I'm hollering. I would be.
But that's cool. You could be a munch.
I'm talking about I would be.
You gonna be a munch, Kiana?
Absolutely not.
Kiana's lying.
I'm,
Yeah, y'all cancers is a little.
Like, she be lying.
I ain't doing that for nobody.
So what you
You
gonna
a
be?
damn lie.
I'm gonna just be like, all right, she don't talk to me. I'm guessing you won't want some.
Yeah, bye. You be
Girl,
crying.
you be crying. Like, who are you lying to right now?
That's how I'ma be.
She is putting on a front for y'all. Let me tell y'all, Kiana will cry in a second.
God knows.
And her close friends.
She gonna be sitting hitting me like, why you?
Yo,
I
I'm
do.
And my close friends say what I gotta say, but I'm always play it cool. Always.
and she gonna be tweeting like, I want my girl back.
Yo,
You lucky that Twitter circle not a thing no more, because you definitely would have been in that Twitter circle in your feels.
No.
yeah.
Thank
She
God.
is lying so bad. I hate that she lying for y'all.
I would be flying bitches out. Like I'll be like, come see me. Like I'll pay for your flight. Like,
Getting tricked. She gonna be like, can you pay my rent? Your dumb ass gonna be like, yeah.
like, yeah, how much is it? Like,
I see you
Getting
there.
I'm just tripped, like,
tricked.
Get your hair done. Get your nails done.
no, for real. Speaking of flying
Pick-
people, out, though,
Pick a number between 1 and 20.
right? All right, let me see. You get $20. You pick 20. Actually, I'm gonna say 2,000. Then you know you was close.
Talk about you was close.
like,
I'm screaming.
but anyway, what kind of solo trips? Like, not as a man right now as your. With
Come on, nice man. Great transition. Great transition.
Cause
Go
we
ahead.
flying bitches out. Like, I want to know where you gonna fly yourself out to.
I want to go to Africa, but I don't know if I would go to
Why would you want to go to Africa by yourself?
Get by yourself.
I was just about to say, I don't know if I would do that as a solo trip, though. So where would I go for a solo trip? Maybe like Italy. I
I
feel
would
like
think
they're
the same
really
thing.
nice. I feel like those people are nice and would like help me and tell me where to go. And I don't know if it's because of From Scratch, the movie. Wasn't he Italian? Did
Yeah.
you watch that?
Yeah.
And I just feel
Yeah, I
like
think
he
so.
was so sweet and so nice. And I feel like I have that like perception in my head of how the people are in Italy.
Yeah,
So, I
that
would
was
go to
the
Italy.
place I was gonna pick, especially because like it give like solo trip vibes. Like you could just like sightsee, do whatever you want, meet nice people, end up like having a good time with those people. I feel like other places, I don't know. I would just be skeptical a little bit.
Yeah, I said Africa, but thinking about it, I probably would never go to Africa by myself. I would definitely.
And I don't got nothing against Africa. I just feel like that's just an experience I want to experience with other people.
With somebody, and it's so far away from home that if something was to happen to me, I would much rather be with somebody I know. Like there's so much that could happen when you that far away from home.
I think solo trip for me. I don't know if it was the Netherlands or Ireland, but it was one of those places came up on TikTok, and it was
I'm talking about
basically
It
was
was so
basically
good.
like that place. They are like so welcoming to African people. I gotta find a TikTok, but whatever place it was, that's the place I would feel comfortable going solo, because I really do be a little skeptical about how they treat like Black people in other places. Like I thought Italy would be welcoming, but I heard a lot of instances where Italians were not very welcoming to Black people, and I was really shocked by that. So
I feel like I'd be the type of Black person because I feel like they would be nice to me.
I'm sure a lot of other Black people thinking the
right,
same
the same thing.
Like I think they would be nice to me.
I wanna
think I'm a cool little vibe.
Like I want to go there with somebody. I don't know.
Where?
I want to go to Ireland too, but I don't know if I would want to do that solo. I think I want still.
I feel like there's a lot of craziness going on. Like everybody's drunk and like, I don't know why. I don't know why that's my perception, but I just feel like everybody got a beer in their hand and everybody's like super turned up and like running down the street and like running into a car. Like I would rather not be by myself. That would scare me. But that could totally be the opposite. Like it could be not that what I think.
Why you feel like you're gonna get locked up, or you feel like that's just too much chaos?
It's a lot of chaos going on. Like I feel like my head gotta constantly be on the swivel. I don't want to go somewhere where I have to constantly look over my shoulder. I feel like in my hotel I'm gonna have to do double locks and all of that. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to have to do that in
The
Ireland. I feel
took
like
me out. Yeah, not even.
yeah, I feel like
Like,
like pirates or something. Like I don't know, like leprechauns. Ireland give me leprechaun vibes. But no, I think I would go to I think I would try to go to a couple places by myself. But speaking of like solo trips, do you think it's appropriate to go on a solo trip when you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would. I mean, I don't think it's not appropriate, but I don't think I would ever want to go anywhere and experience anything without my husband.
Okay. I do. Sometimes I just need a little time, like to myself. Like I feel like that would be cute, like me to go by myself. You know, we be FaceTime all the time. And I feel like sometimes you just gotta experience life outside of the person you with, because sometimes you could get lost in your relationship. Not lost in
Yeah.
that way, but just like you don't know how it is alone anymore. So a solo trip definitely would be on my bucket list, even if I'm in a
I don't
relationship.
want to know how it is to be alone.
Look, see, that's why
I have no desire. I mean, alone, like maybe in my house, maybe like in my city, maybe like within the United States. Like if I go somewhere within the United States, like maybe Nashville or like Texas or something like that. But like I don't know, maybe just for a weekend. Like it at that rate, I would be like, I want my man here.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm always like wanting to be around people anyway. Like even if it wasn't just a relationship, like I'm just like not a loner kind of person. Like that's just not my vibe. Like and I was like this is crazy that I'm even acknowledging this because I would try to like live outside of this for so long, like make it seem like I enjoyed my own company or make it seem like I didn't have an issue with being alone. And then I'm just like, man, I don't care about what nothing nobody gotta say. I don't like being by myself. I like being surrounded by people. I That's just not my thing. Like being in my house,
Your only child that you like
it
being.
could be. It could be because I always yearned for like other people to be around. Like when I was with my cousins is when I had the best time, or when I was with my friends, I had the best time. But when I was home, I was either bored or had to figure out how to occupy myself. And I think, but there's also people who are only children like Dana who enjoy being by themselves. I don't like that at all.
Mm.
Like I hate it actually. But
Speaking of like flying places, did y'all see the lady on the plane who would not say that she would what is it? She would
yeah,
not agree to
the
go
not
ahead.
be able being the person to help in a
So
case
what's
of an
that whole
emergency.
like? What do they say like when you get on the plane? Like, all right, run it
They
down.
say you're in an exit row. I need to know if you're willing and able to help in the case of an emergency. I need a verbal yes, and
So
every person's supposed to say
Okay,
it.
Miss X Flight.
So if you say no, then I have to move your seat because I can't have a person in the exit row that's not willing to help get the people
Got
out.
it. Mm.
So yeah,
So yeah, why did she just not say yeah? I feel like
I
even
think
if
she was trying to be a class clown, and then it
she
bit her
was
ass.
getting off, she told me I wasn't playing. Like, girl, don't play like that because
Yeah,
now
it's a very serious thing. It's a very serious thing because I flight attendants are in the front and in the back. So that means if something happens, I need to trust that you're going to get the people in the center out. And I'm gonna do my job in the front and they're gonna do their job in the back. So if you playing around, I can't have you there. Even though we probably haven't had an emergency in my whole entire career, it's just that what if? And if you playing, no. Like you can't have people underage, somebody with a broken limb, somebody that needs a seatbelt extender, that's overweight. Like there's a lot of stipulations to being able to be in an exit row, and you are in an exit row. And I think it was on Frontier, which means you paid a little extra for that seat. And you playing? Like girl, you
I'm
playing
gonna
with
let
your
you
money.
know right now. I don't think I can do all that. So I'm gonna make sure that next time I don't send an exit row because I don't think I can help. I think I'm gonna be so scared in the moment.
I know.
So
You
scared in the
can-
moment, I'm gonna be like, I don't know what to do. Like,
But I'm gonna still say yeah so we can.
right? This okay. But
Like,
Exactly.
I'm gonna be scared.
Like I would never say no.
I don't like playing in situations where it's like too deep. So that's like a deep situation, and you playing like, come on, like.
That's what I'm saying. I think she don't understand the extent of like the severity of what you're saying. Like you're
Right.
saying no and you trying to have everybody around you laughing and people recording, but then when it was time when they was like, oh, the flight's not moving if you don't get off, now everybody cursing her out. Get off, you should have got off. No, y'all was laughing at first. Y'all thought it was a joke. And now she gotta get off. Now everybody gotta get off and now y'all mad about it. Like
I agree. No, you did not. Like everybody not playing. I feel like people don't understand that. Everybody not playing.
exactly. Everything is not a joke. Like this world became a joke. Everything's a joke. And it's like everything is really not a joke. Like some stuff is really still just serious and you just playing.
Yeah.
And now she got serious. Oh, I gotta go pick up my grandson in Texas. They don't care. You should have thought about that when you were saying no.
Right.
Like, girl.
So she didn't even get up. Even though they was going to remove her anyway, she ain't even had a common courtesy to be like, all right, let me get off the plane and we can figure this out off the plane and not hold everybody else up. No. She made them all get off the plane and still had to get cuffed off the plane. Like you could have walked off that, but now you just
and now her bags is lost.
Like, and if I'm with you, I'm still going on the flight. So sit there.
And I would have been quiet because I'm not getting put on the no-fly list.
Yeah,
that part.
I'm never gonna get into no scuffles in the airport. I want to fly.
Yeah. Did y'all see that flight with Spirit? I think it was going from Florida to Montego Bay, and they were talking about doing a water landing, and the guy was saying he got so close to the water. Did y'all see that?
No.
Oh my God, I didn't see that. But basically, there was a water landing that happened when they were going back and forth from Florida to Montego Bay, and all the people were scared, but eventually like they got themselves together. So how would y'all feel having to do a water landing? Like you
I don't want to. I don't feel no I don't want to do that.
Are you feeling scared or no? Because I feel
scared. Like I don't care what airline it is, I'm still going to be scared. Like whether it's the top airline in the world,
right?
The bottom, like
I feel like I hate everybody with this misconception about Spirit and Frontier and American and all of that. They all got the same clearances. They all got the same flights. You just gonna see more ghetto people that are gonna fly Spirit and Frontier because it's a little bit more affordable. But at the end of the day, they've all went through the same training. They've all got the same wings. They all had to do the same stuff to become a flight attendant or a pilot or whatever the case. So yeah, just had to clear that up.
She like
that irritates me.
Really quick. But you know what kind of airplane it is, I really would like rather not do a water landing. Like that's so.
And that's more. Sometimes that's more dangerous too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm not a person that like to do road trips, so please don't put that on my bingo card, God. Man, with a water landing.
Exactly. Like I don't know, water landings is a lot more scary than just crashing into land, because you know that when you hit that land, you're gonna probably skirt and stop. With that water, there's no friction. There's nothing stopping you, so you can either keep going, all underwater, up above water. Like it's just no, thank you. Like that's a scary idea to ever even have. Mm-hmm. Have y'all ever had like a flight where y'all was actually scared a little bit on it?
Yes.
Where you was going?
Like, I think I was actually going to Trinidad, actually. And we was going from Newark to Miami. And the turbulence was so crazy. Like, we kept, like, dipping and everything. Like, it was actually really scary. I think even, like, we were shaking. I don't know. I would never, ever fly. I think American it was. I'm good off American.
I'm hollering. Everybody has turbulence, bro.
I've never experienced that type of turbulence.
And then you just heard her speech.
I'm never flying American. Like, girl, everybody can have turbulence.
I'm a JetBlue girl. I love JetBlue, United if I have to. But American, and even after y'all experience with American of y'all having to be delayed and y'all got stuck.
We was irked that time.
Cool off American.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it.
Child, I haven't flown American just because it's I don't know. They just haven't been in the cards for me, like since I think we went to Jamaica maybe. But I'll catch me a nice little cheap Frontier flight in a minute. Don't care. Get there, whatever. But I've definitely experienced some crazy turbulence coming from San Juan, Puerto Rico at nighttime, thunderstorm. You can
Oh
see
my
the
God.
lightning. You can
Mm.
see the lightning up close, like out the window, like lightning just striking. That was probably the scariest thing. Like I'm standing up in the galley and like the entire plane comes from under my feet. Like what? Dropping crazy. Like and then I think another one we was landing in what's that little airport in New Jersey?
The
Trenton.
U, the UN one,
Trenton. No,
yeah.
Trenton Airport. They have such a small runway, so if you don't land at the place you're supposed to land, they have to go up and circle and do it again. So
Mm.
we came down so close to landing and went right back up. People was getting sick. Some lady threw up.
Oh,
Like that was scary, but it was because of the turbulence landing. Like the wind was making him like do all of this, so he wasn't able to like get to the spot, and we had to circle and do it again. And that was very very scary. But in all, I feel like that was probably 2 times out of the billion times I flew. So
Did the pilots used to be telling y'all stuff like, "Oh shit, y'all, I'm losing my cool a little bit up here."
no, and they better not.
no, don't never tell me that.
That's some
Oh,
foolish
this shit fucked up, y'all.
stuff.
If you ever told me that, I would lose it. Like, no. Mm-mm. I would just assume that everything is okay. But it is a little bit scary when you hear the plane, like, it'll make these, like, 3 beeps, and it's from the cockpit, and it's basically saying that the pilot is in control right now. So, like, it's all on him basically, and that's only when we're taking off and when we're landing. Once you're in the air, it's on autopilot. He can get up, he can go to the bathroom, he can do whatever he want to do. Everything's fine. But when he's landing and taking off, I think when you're like 30,000 feet up or something like that, can't remember, is when he gets the controls back, and it's like basically solely on him. So they be saying like, don't call the cockpit, don't do anything that takes
Mm.
away from his
Like, don't distract
concentration.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, don't
but
fuck up.
Speaking of somebody trying to distract somebody, did y'all see that little girl trying to distract the police from locking up her mother?
Oh my god, I felt so bad for her. She did the
she's
most.
a grown little girl and she need to stay in a child's place.
Exactly. I felt
Oh,
so
Cause she like, if y'all don't leave my effing mother alone, it's gonna be a effing problem.
she's talking about,
as
oh my dead daddy. Like, where is you hearing this stuff at? Like,
I would have kicked that little girl like,
I was
shut
so
the hell up.
irritated with our youth as a whole. Like, and that just further proves my point that these kids just be too grown. Like, and they have no respect for nobody. Like,
Cause why would you think you could yell at police?
that's what I was about to say. First of all, I don't feel like youth have any respect for the officers at this point.
they don't care.
Then respect for your mom. I wish I would be cursing around my mom like that, or even getting spiffy with an adult in front of my mom like that.
Right, my mom would have been like, what?
I just was sitting there like, what? Like,
And then she like, my aunt is the one that stole the glasses. Okay, now snitching on your aunt.
like in total control versus the mom being in control, and that made me uncomfortable. Like, how are you?
I couldn't even watch I keep watching bits and pieces, but I cannot watch the video straight through. It's so cringy. Her mom should have definitely told her to be quiet. Her mom should have allowed the police should have allowed the mom to call somebody to come get the little girl until they dealt with whatever they got to dealt with. But that was just very uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, that was a lot to watch for me. I really feel like somebody needs to teach our youth a little something because the parents ain't doing it. We need some old heads, some block captains. Like, where all that stuff went?
We ain't even got block captains. Nobody like, who the block captains?
Like, we don't got no block. We don't got nobody.
But
No,
y'all
work at a block that you could just go over their house while your parent at work. Like, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Kiana never had no block captain.
Kiana, your mom probably was the block captain. Like,
Definitely. Her newsy ass. She knew everything going on that block.
she
was the one that put in the permission to get the block blocked off
right
for the holidays.
Oh no, my block couldn't. My block.
Get
Well,
blocked off?
I think that would be my grandmom across the street because my grandma is the one who. I call her grandma because she really was the one. And
I was about to say, I never recalled you telling me your grandma lived across the street.
like she's like my grandma, but she's not my grandma. But I always call her grandma growing up. I think she would be the block captain, but no, we ain't have no block captain. Like,
Yo, that's crazy. We had a block captain. We had to go to them for
because
everything.
It's off a highway, so.
And like you had people on your block that you could go to it. You locked out your house. Oh, can I come sit over here to my mom? Like anything thing. Like people were more like friendly. Like more people were. The village was there. I feel like.
Yeah,
Versus-
you could go to sleep with your doors unlocked. And
right. I feel
nobody
like
will come into your house or nothing.
nobody's raising anybody.
The
Like,
village is not here. That's why
the kids is raising the parents. The parents are just going with the flow. Like the parents don't got the time and patience. Like stop having kids. Don't got the time and patience.
They definitely don't have the time
That's
or
why
the
the
patience.
kids act how they act now because the village is not present anymore. So
Yeah.
But people are also scared. People don't mind being a village. I think there's still older people that would love to play a part. I think that the parents are not allowing them to be that because they're thinking like, don't talk to my child like that, don't touch my child, don't chastise my child, you're not my child, mom, this, that, to the third. And it's like, baby, the moment that you realize you can't do this alone and you can't do this by yourself because you can't be at all places and all times with your child, you need to trust that other people have your child's best interest at heart. But I do think that that was also abused too, because there are people in places where we would assume would be looking out for our kids that are no longer doing that, whether that's in schools and teachers messing with the kids, or whether that's on the block and you got to worry about Mr. Willie down the street molesting the kids, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like kids are speaking out more. Things are not going pushed under the rug. And so I feel like people are less trusting. So it's like, I can see where that came from, but it's also like, we still need that village. Yeah, like
teachers. I just seen this TikTok and this teacher was like, she quit her job after 5 years because the parents is not being supportive, and like they'll ask her like, she'll come to them telling them something about what their kid did, and they'll ask her, well, what did you do to make them mad, or what did you do for them to get this way? What, like, check your kid. Like, what do you mean as an adult? What did I do that's going to get them mad? Like, what? This is my classroom. Like, you talking about
tell them to be quiet and stop talking and interrupting the lesson. That's what I did.
That's all that happened. And now your kid want to get rowdy because they think they run in the classroom and call me all types of names, or say I'm drunk, or want to show off in front of their friends. Like, granted, we all kind of showed off in front of our friends before, but never to the extent where we're totally disrespecting our teacher.
Correct.
Right.
And if somebody did get disrespectful, we'd be looking around like, what the heck?
Right.
Like,
and we would check each other like, damn, like that was corny. Like, why would you say that to him or something?
Yeah.
Like, like it was never to the extent of how it is now. Like, I feel like I think it's done watching baddies, and I'm watching it too. But I think I'm already grown. I could watch.
This is where we're cutting it. We're cutting the show right here. She was so serious until she said they watching baddies. Like, be for real.
Stuff that you're letting your kid consume. Like, there's no way that these parents just not monitoring what their kids watching. Like,
child, I've had this discussion before, and I feel like iPhones have parental controls that parents are just not taking advantage of. And it's crazy to me. You don't know what they're watching. You don't know how long they're on the internet. You don't even, at night, when I used to go to my aunt's house in the summer, this lady used to take my phone at night, every night. And I'm like, bro, you're drooling. It's the summer. Like, so I appreciate that now, though, because it made me go to bed, get a nice night's rest so I can be up outside playing, go swimming, do the things instead of being consumed on my phone, texting all day long. Like, now it's just like, oh, I'm going to give them this electronic, or I'm going to get them this iPad or this phone so they can shut up or get out of my face. And it's just like, the parents don't have the patience to really give their child the time. I think there's a lot that goes into parenthood than just laying on your back and getting pregnant and having a baby call you mom or call you dad. Like, there's so much more that you have to invest into your child. And I think also having them in a bunch of different extracurriculars. Like, they need to be involved in a lot of things. They have too much time on their hands, and that's what's causing them to show out.
They don't know structure. They don't know, like, how to obey people that's of authority to them. Like, I think you was telling me something about, like, your friend was doing dance school, and now they disrespecting dance teachers now. Like, they
what?
Might not have been you. This might have been some.
I don't know if it was me or not, but they are disrespecting dance teachers.
I never did dance, but I know y'all did, and I'm sure like when y'all dance teacher told y'all get up and do something again, y'all probably did it. Y'all probably a little irked, but y'all ain't curse y'all dance teachers out or do the whole extra that these kids is doing. Like
You would not be in a company anymore if you.
I'm saying, like I feel like those are like strict activities. Like
You definitely getting kicked out of class, and
Yep.
and these people have no tolerance because at the end of the day, your parent is paying for you to be here. So I would assume that your parent would be a little bit more invested in not wasting their money because you're not getting a refund because your child is acting out or your child is being disrespectful. I feel like I had the worst dance director. Like when I say this lady was mean, she was mean. Like embarrass you in front of the whole class, but it's nothing you could say. Like you're just gonna be quiet. You might go and cry in the back, but you're not gonna say anything to her. You're not gonna talk back, and you're not gonna get smart. Like that's not there no more.
you're
Like
not like your dance instructor. I feel like they going as far as hitting these teachers or hitting.
yeah, until somebody knocked them right on their pockets.
That's
And
crazy. We go on and
Big.
on, but where's y'all show of the week?
oh my God, we're back here. Do I have another show?
Yo, I started watching Game of Thrones and I think I like it. Like I didn't think I would like Game of Thrones. And I did like I've tried it before. I gave it a chance, but I don't think I paid full attention. Like that's one of the shows you actually gotta give your full attention because so many things going on in the show that if you miss a couple minutes of it, you either rewinding it or you just don't know what's going on.
Yes. Oh my
So
God.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Sisters. I went back to watching Sisters from the very first season, and I hate the first season so bad because they could not act. The plot was just a mess. But like the overall message is understood, but you just gotta get through it because I like to see character development. And I like how seeing Zach Tima now, like seeing previews of that, because I refuse to watch it until I finish watching Sisters. I just feel like they've grown so much as actresses and actors that I feel like I owe it to them to start from the beginning and just push it through and just watch it until it actually gets better. So started watching Sisters again. We're gonna see how long it takes me to get to the current season because they have a lot.
Dang, how many seasons? Game of Thrones.
I think it's like 6 or 7.
Oh, all right. So it's around the same. So I'm gonna try to push through that. But I be so busy throughout the day these days. I can't wait for school to be over so I could just watch TV all day. It's like, no, I'm not gonna watch
I wish I could do that.
TV. Okay.
I'm
My
tired.
show of the week is Survivor. The season finale came on last Wednesday, and me and my man watched it. It was so good. Everybody watched Survivor, and I can't wait because I'm about to sign my man up to do Survivor now.
I can't wait for him to be on there. Right?
I'm hollering.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Go ahead. I'm gonna have to watch Survivor if he get on here. I love seeing people I know on TV.
I know.
Like I can't watch that show where I can't wait to watch that show with Rocky on it.
Oh yeah.
Deb's house in June.
I like that too.
I like that too.
Me too. She cool people.
Whenever that comes out, that might be my show of the week. But for now, mine's is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure y'all tuning into these shows.
I'm only on episode 3.
Wow.
Season 1, episode 3. I'm gonna try to watch it when I get over.
Episode 6, 7, I think we on.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Y'all watching this? Oh, nice.
Oh, remember, I told you to watch it.
Oh.
Yeah. Somebody said that was definitely her joint.
I was
Okay,
trying to watch it, but that's it. All right, cool. That was the.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all are subscribing, liking, turning on your post notifications, all of the things so you can always stay up to date with all the episodes. Follow all of us on our social media platforms. Our names are below. So yeah, follow us on that and we will see y'all next week.
See y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.